name's Kurt Andersen, and I'll be moderating this evening. I want to thank the Massachusetts Historical Society on the behalf of those of us who represent the Harvard Lampoon for hosting and sponsoring and doing this evening, which I think has been being planned for about 17 years. So this is the fulfillment of a dream. I'm one of the few non-architects at this table. I'm a writer. I have invented fictional buildings in novels, never, but then, of course, that could make me an architect, since many architects invent fictional buildings as well. I host a public radio program. I've also written about architecture a lot over the last 25 years. So that's the reason I'm here, as opposed to somebody else. Edmund March Wheelwright was I think the first non-superstar architect whose name I ever knew, who I knew about. And that was because when I was a freshman in college at Harvard, I became a member of the Harvard Lampoon, and he was a founder of the Lampoon, as well as I think most of you know probably, the architect of that building off Harvard Square. That building off Harvard Square as well was, I can say absolutely, was the first building that I, at age 18, had ever loved, and I mean loved. That was seeing, discovering, becoming part of that building gave me a kind of deep appreciation of space and detail and architecture that I had never dreamed, never imagined possible. As it happens, about a dozen years later, after my wife and I were living in New York and we bought a house in Brooklyn, sort of continuing the theme of wheelwright synchronicity, we discovered that the kitchen in our house had been designed by an architect named Peter Wheelwright, who is, as some of you are in this audience, a descendant of Edmund March. So it continues. As I began doing research for this evening, I wondered what there was, how much in 2012, Edmund March Wheelwright was in the public consciousness. And to my surprise, and this isn't a joke, I discovered this on the web. There's an Edmund March Wheelwright mug that you can buy for $16.90 from this entity. And some of you descendants should be getting a few cents, I think, off of each of these mugs. If you're not, you should complain to somebody. If you can, we have a close-up of the mug as well. There it is, and has a little biography of him and his undergraduate portrait of Edmund March Wheelwright. So don't let anybody tell you he's a minor figure in America. He's got a mug.